Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome once again, and thank you for joining us from whichever corner of the world. We want to say thank you for your continued support. Today, I want us to summarize Eat That Frog, a book by Brian Tracy. This book is all about tips and how you can overcome or combat or stop procrastination and get ahead of anything that you want to do. Do you want to get more while you are doing less or spending less time? This book, Eat That Frog, has insights and strategies and tips that you need to know about. So you know that you have that project. Do you know that project that you have? That one that has been lacking at the bottom of your to-do list? The one that has been multiplying in size with each passing day? It is the one that you avoid like a plague. You know it that you have one. The one that sends shivers down your spine just because you are thinking about it. Yep, that is your personal frog. And Brian Tracy wants you to swallow it whole. In his productivity powerhouse, Tracy throws out the tired old self clinches and grabs you by the throat, metaphorically of course, with one brutal truth that your biggest goals are hiding behind your biggest fears. So whatever you are fearing, that is where your biggest achievement is. But Tracy has all the 21 practical bit-sized strategies that can help you turn from frog-phobic mess into a goblin machine, right? So that's all that we are talking about. I want to help you eat that damn frog, swallow it, using Tracy's 21 rules of how you can overcome procrastination. Do you want to work on your projects on time, do less and get more? That is what Brian Tracy wants to tell us or present to us in this book, Eat That Frog. So, the title of the book, Eat That Frog, comes from Mark Twain quote, which says, and I quote, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day." So this title that Tracy gives his book comes from a quote by Mark Twain, and the quote goes by, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day." Well, while it seems bizarre, the quote has a profound meaning within the context of this book. Here's how the title works. Let me now help you break down the title, why Tracy gives this book such a title. The frog now represents those most challenging, unpleasant, and important tasks on your to-do list. It is the task that you tend to procrastinate on the most. All right. So in this book, the title of Frog, Eat That Frog, the frog means those most unpleasant, and most important tasks that you are always procrastinating on. All right. Now, remember the title is Eat That Frog, and we've seen the meaning of, or the metaphor of the frog, right? So what about now the eat? It symbolizes tackling and completing that task. It is about taking action and getting it done. So Eat That Frog essentially means doing the hardest thing first, because doing so encourages you to prioritize your tasks and focus on the most impactful ones right away, rather than putting it off and allowing it to hang over your head. So when you talk of Eat That Frog, we are talking of take that most challenging, that unpleasant, that very important task that's so big that keeps you procrastinating. So Tracy tells us that we should first work on that. All right? So that's what you should work on first. You do less, but get more. All right? And in this book, he presents 21 rules that you can start working on those projects, or 21 ways that you can start eating that frog. All right? So by taking on the frog, first thing, the book suggests that, so if you take the frog, if you eat the frog, let me use the term, if you spend your time doing the most challenging task that keeps you procrastinated, if you work on that first, what do you gain, or what are the benefits? You'll accomplish your most important goal for the day, giving you a sense of accomplishment and motivation. Number 2, you'll feel empowered to tackle other tasks throughout the day. And number 3, you will reduce stress, anxiety, which is caused by procrastination. You'll reduce stress and anxiety that is caused by procrastination. So let me give you the 21 rules of eating that frog. Remember, when you're talking of eating that frog, we are talking of don't look at maybe your long-term goals. Look at your daily goals that you have. The first thing that you wake up in the morning, you have a to-do list. Maybe you will not have written it down or written the to-do list down. You'll have it memorized in your mind. All right? In that to-do list of yours, there are some tasks which seem challenging throughout the day. There are some tasks which seem so important, and there are some tasks that seem so difficult for you to do. They'll demand more of your energy, of your time, all right? So Tracy argues or helps us focus on those challenging tasks very early in the morning. Not very early in the morning, but as the first tasks to accomplish for the day. All right? Rather than starting with the simpler ones, the ones that you can do while you are doing other things, and then later in the day, you still think of that hard task, you still think of that challenging task, and then it keeps on piling stress and anxiety and depression along the day. All right? So Tracy wants us to first focus on that challenging task. All right? Then after we've completed that task, now we can focus on the other small tasks that we have in our to-do list. And that doing so I've given you 3 benefits. You accomplish your most important goal for the day, giving you a sense of accomplishment and motivation. Remember, that is your biggest task for the day. So after you've achieved that, you feel accomplished, you feel motivated that your day is good, or your day is going to be good. All right? Number 2, I've told you that you will feel empowered to tackle other tasks throughout the day. That's another benefit. Number 3, we've said that it will reduce stress and anxiety that is always caused by procrastination, because definitely you will procrastinate on that task that seems challenging to you. All right? So if you can focus on that as the first task in your to-do list, you'll have accomplished quite a lot in your day. Your day will be seamless. Your day will be happier, joyful. You'll feel fulfilled. You'll feel that you've accomplished something great. And that's what Tracy tells us, to eat that frog. Remember, eat that frog comes from Mark Mark Twain quote that I said. That quote says, "You eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day." The rest of the day. So let me give you the 21 rules of Eat That Frog that Brian Tracy presents for us in this book. Number 1, set the table. That's the first rule. Set the table. So this is the big picture planning. Define your goals for the day, write them down, and visualize the achievement. This creates a roadmap for your frog eating journey. So the first rule that we should work on is to lay it down, to set the table. Your task is to eat that frog, right? It's a journey. So set the table. Plan, define your goals. This is what I want to achieve for the day. This is what I want to achieve for the week. Okay? Write them down. Physically write them down. Maybe in your phone, in your notepad, in your notebook. Jot them down and visualize you achieving them. That is the first rule. Do you want to eat that frog? Please start by number 1, setting the table. All right? Setting the table is having that big picture planning, defining your goals, writing them down, and visualizing you achieving them. That creates a clear roadmap for your frog eating journey throughout the day. Let's talk of our daily activities that you do. Number 2, plan each day in advance. Plan each day in advance. That is the second rule. Do not wing it. Schedule your tasks, prioritize your frogs, and allocate time for each. This prevents decision fatigue and keeps you focused on the most important things. So tomorrow's activities, tomorrow's tasks, tomorrow's to-do list, you should make it before you go to sleep today. All right? You should plan ahead. Plan each day in advance. All right? Number 3, apply the 80-20 rule to everything. Apply the 80-20 rule to everything. Identify the 20% of activities that bring 80% of the results. Focus on those high impact tasks and delegate or eliminate the rest. This allows you to maximize your output. So always focus on the 80-20 rule in everything that you do. That means, as I've said, is to identify the 20% of the activities that bring 80% of the results. All right? 20% of the activities that bring 80% of the results. Then focus on those high-end impact tasks and delegate or eliminate the rest. So look at the activities that will bring more impact to your life, to your day, to your well-being. Focus on those. The others you can delegate or you can simply eliminate them. All right? In your to-do list, your daily to-do list, there are those activities that you looking at them, they have high impact to your well-being, to your life, to your family, to your relationships. Focus on those 20% activities that will bring 80%. So you can ignore the others or delegate the others that don't bring such an impact. All right? Rule number 4, consider the consequences. So think about the costs of inaction. What happens if you don't eat your frog? This creates a sense of urgency and motivates you to take action. So think or consider the consequences and ensure that you accept the responsibility of the consequences. Right? Think about the costs of inaction. What happens if you don't eat your frog? This creates a sense of urgency and motivates you to take action. Rule number 5, apply creative procrastination. Apply creative procrastination. So sometimes avoiding a task can be productive. Use this time to research, brainstorm, or gather resources. Procrastinate strategically to come back to the task stronger. So we are bringing another concept of creative procrastination. It is okay to procrastinate. It is okay to procrastinate, right? But let it be creative. That time that you are using to procrastinate, use that time to research, all right? Use that time to gather information and resources that will help you work on the task, the 20% that brings 80% impact. So use that time that you are procrastinating to do what? To research more, gather resources, brainstorm and research. That's what we mean. All right? Now, let's go to rule number 6. That is use the ABCDE method. Use the ABCDE method. So, what is that method? That means prioritize tasks based on importance and urgency. A task, that is, A tasks are critical and B tasks are important but less urgent. All right? And so on. So, A tasks are critical and very urgent. All right? B tasks are important but less urgent, and so on. So that's what you use. Then this ensures that you tackle the most important tasks first. Rule number 7, focus on key result areas. What does that mean? Identify the few areas that will have the biggest impact on your goals. Don't get bogged down in trivial details. Focus on the areas that move the needle. So just focus on those tasks that have biggest impact on your overall goals of life. All right? We say that you can delegate the others or eliminate them simply, but focus on those tasks or those projects to do throughout the day that have the biggest impact on your long-term goals. Don't be bogged down by the trivial details. Focus on areas that move the needle, that move your life. Rule number 8, apply the law of 3. So prioritize your top 3 tasks for the day and focus on completing them. This prevents overwhelm and ensures you have progress on your most important goals. So of course you'll have your to-do list very early in the morning, or we've said a day before, you'll have your tomorrow's to-do list. You know the priorities. You know out of that list, that to-do list, the 3 most important ones, the ones that will move the needle, the ones that have a biggest impact on your goals. Ensure that you will tackle those first 3 first. That's what we mean by applying the law of 3. Number 9, prepare thoroughly before you begin. That means planning and preparation save time in the long run. So gather all necessary resources, visualize your workflow, and eliminate distractions before starting. All right, so that's number 9, prepare thoroughly before you begin. Number 10, take it one step at a time. So don't get overwhelmed by the big picture. Break down tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This makes the process feel less daunting and keeps you moving forward. So that's number 10. Take it one step at a time. Rule number 11, upgrade your key skills. So continuously learn and develop new skills that will help you eat bigger frogs. Investing in yourself is the best long-term investment you can ever make. And that is why as Vidhan Meds we exist. Our work is to ensure and help you invest in developing yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the most and best long-term investments you can ever make. So as Vidhan Meds, that's our work. Our work is to help you do what? Become the best version of yourself, realize your goals, and serve your purpose to the world in a better way. So number 11, you've been taught to do what? Upgrade your key skills. And one of the biggest key skills is to do what? To invest in yourself, in self-development. All right? Let's go to number 12. Leverage your special talents. Leverage your special talents. That means play to your strengths, delegate tasks that you are not good at, and focus on those that you excel the most. This increases efficiency and boosts your confidence. So leverage your special talents, delegate the others that you are not good at. Don't do everything on your own and you know that you are not good at that. Number 13, identify key constraints. Identify your key constraints. So what are the things that hold you back? Is it time, resources, knowledge? Identify those limitations and find ways to overcome them. So that's rule number 13. Identify your key constraints. Is it time, is it resources, or is it knowledge? Identify them on time and find ways to overcome them. Number 14, apply pressure on yourself. Apply pressure on yourself. That means you set deadlines, hold yourself accountable, and reward yourself for the progress. Creating a sense of agency keeps you motivated and on track. Number 15, maximize your personal powers. Maximize your personal powers. That means you identify your peak productivity times and leverage them to your advantage. There are those times of the day that you are peak in performance. Identify those times and leverage more on such times. Schedule your most challenging tasks for those periods. So those periods that you feel that you can work to the peak, schedule your most important tasks during that time. Number 16, motivate yourself into action. Motivate yourself into action. So that means you use positive affirmations, visualization techniques, and self-rewards to stay motivated. Find what works for you and keep your energy levels high. Number 17, stop technological time drain. Stop technological time drain. It's number 17. That means you identify and eliminate time-wasting activities such as social media and unnecessary emails. Protect your focus and use technology for productivity rather than distraction. So if you're still struggling with managing your social media and technology in general, with this book, Deep Work, we still have a summary of the same, Deep Work by Cal Newport. It's a book that gives you tips and strategies on how you can develop a focused culture in whatever you are doing a deep work. So you can have a look at that. Then number 18, slice and dice the task. Slice and dice the task. That means you break down large, complex tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks, because that makes them seem less daunting and easier to tackle. Number 19, create large chunks of time. Create large chunks of time. That means you schedule uninterrupted blocks of time for deep work. Deep work, once again, on your most important tasks. This allows you to enter a flow state and maximize your output. Number 20, develop a sense of urgency. Develop a sense of urgency. That means you create a sense of urgency around your goals. Treat them like deadlines and remind yourself of the consequences of inaction. This keeps you moving forward. Then lastly, rule number 21, handle every task. Handle every task. So that means you focus on one task at a time and avoid multitasking. Give the task your full attention until it is completed. This prevents errors and increases efficiency. So those are the 21 rules that you can apply in your life to stop procrastinating. You can do less but achieve more using those 21 rules. So remember, we said that eating your frog is a journey. It's a journey. It's not a destination or a one-day event. But if you can consistently apply these principles or rules, you can become a master frog eater and achieve your goals with greater ease and efficiency. So, are you ready to go forth and conquer your frogs? I know you are. I know you are inspired, and our work is to help you be inspired and know what step that you should take next. So this is a book by Brian Tracy. Brian has also written other great self-help books, and we have an in-depth summary of this book, that is Eat That Frog, in our website, that is vidanmeds.com/blog, or else I will still leave a link to the same below the description of this episode. You can have a look at that write-up of this summary. It's so detailed. It's a guide. I'll give you what are some of the things that I'll give you? I'll give you the key takeaways and conclusions. I'll give you the author's background and qualifications, comparison of this book to other books on the same subject, target audience and intended readership, reception and critical response to the book, my personal thoughts and opinions. I'll give you recommendations for other similar books on the same subject. I'll try to give you one big main takeaway from this book that you can go home with and start implementing today. I'll give you practical ways on how you can apply the rules, the lessons that you learn from Eat That Frog in real life. I'll also give you tips on how you can read this book from cover to cover. Let's face it. Times we start reading books, but we take more time than we intended. Of course, because sometimes because of procrastination, or with so many responsibilities throughout our day, and that is our working calendar, and we might find that getting enough time to read a book from cover to cover very challenging. So I'll give you tips on how you can read this book from cover to cover, and I'll also give you a link. It's an affiliate link if you want to be a blessing to us. Remember, we bring these resources to you in free. That is for free, all right? But you can be a blessing to us. You can help us keep the lights on and continue working on these good resources for you and for others. You can buy a hard copy of the book through the affiliate link that we have at the bottom of that summary, all right? It's an affiliate link. We'll get a small commission, but will not be charged more by using it. It will take you directly to Amazon, but it is your choice, right? You can buy it from any store of your choice. You can choose to buy without using the affiliate link, but our request is, if you can buy using our affiliate link, then we will be much grateful for that. So we come to the end of this summary of Eating That Frog. So I've given you what is the meaning of this title, Eat That Frog, what it means. I've tried to give you the main topic of this book, what is it all about. Then I've narrowed down now to the 21 rules that Brian presents to help us do what? Stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. So are you inspired? I know you are inspired. And I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us up to this far. Thank you for your continued support. And you've been a blessing to us. Continue tagging other people, other friends, that we can learn, grow, and evolve together. So until next time, for yet another summary, bye-bye for now, and may God bless you.